All right, class. First off, as always, good day. I'm glad you're here. So today's lesson is going to be first part about mainly the incentives, the negative incentives, and then we're going to be talking about price ceiling and a price floor. All right. So this warm up picture, as you can see, it's very simple. Okay. So first question is write down the things you see. All right. Shouldn't take that long. The second question is what do you think this artist is trying to say? But more importantly, that red line. What do you think that represents? Obviously, it's going up. Now, do you think that's a good thing or bad thing? Do you think it's like going up because of like debt? We owe so much money, or do you think it's like profits? So a good thing it's going up. So which one do you think it is? What do you think it is, good or bad, and what could it be? All right. So you tell me what you think, how you would interpret that um, picture. You know what that red line means. Okay. Again, this warm up is very simple, very easy, so it shouldn't take you that long. And let's move on to the notes. All right, so negative incentives. This is very interesting stuff for me. The thing is, a lot of it deals with how the mind works, and it's very, very interesting. So let's say you own a company, or if you are in the higher levels of a company, you may hear some of the management people talking about disincentives for the workers. This is a punishment to the workers, but the thing is, it's financial. It's not physical or anything like that. It's financial. So let's say you have a job and you're acting a fool. You're not doing your job. You're slacking off here and there. Excuse me. Your boss may cut your hours. You know, go from 40 hours to maybe 36 or 32. You might be mad at first and be like, I don't care. But you will when you get your paycheck, and it's a lot smaller than you uh, had before. And basically, there's one or two things you can do. Either you quit or you do your job. You act right. Um, that's basically what happens. And it does happen all the time. Research has shown time and time again that people will behave a certain way faster. That's a key word, faster, when something they desire or have is taken away, as opposed to being given something like a reward. You know, so if you have little brothers or sisters or cousins, and they're like acting a fool, somebody, an adult, may take away something they like. Their phone, their tablet, their PlayStation, their Xbox, something, and you're gonna see them throw a tantrum, they get mad, and if the parent or whomever who took it tells them you're not getting this back until you behave better, your grade gets back up, chances are they are going to um, do better, you know, because they want that thing so bad, you know. So that's what they'll do. An example in real life, you know, something that really happened, it was the Affordable Care Act, the Obama um, health insurance thing. Basically, it penalized anyone who didn't buy insurance. They lowered the prices, but they needed people to buy into it. So if you didn't buy into it, you got penalized. You wouldn't get your tax return and stuff like that. Um, and a lot of people, they really want their tax returned, so they uh, they bought into it. Most stores in California, if you go to a store, they'll ask you, "Would you like a bag?" You say yes, they're going to charge you 10 cents because they're taking that money from you. But if you use a reusable bag, they're not going to charge you, right? Now, some stores like Target, they actually give you 10 cents. And the thing is, research has shown that people will be like, okay, don't even notice they're getting 10 cents, off their purchase. But they realize it when they're charged 10 cents. Especially every time when they're getting reusable bags, they keep forgetting their reusable bags and they have to get the bag from the store. They notice I'm losing like a bunch of money here just for a bunch of bags I'm forgetting in the house that are piled up in the garage or in the pantry or whatever. So that's how the mind works. All right, so price ceiling is the maximum legal price that can be charged for a product. Okay, now not everything has a price ceiling. Uh, like a bag of chips, someone tries to sell it for $10, fine, you can sell it for $10. But the thing is, nobody's going to buy it. People are going to buy that $1.50 bag, maybe even the dollar bag, because it's cheaper. There's other things you can get. But like rent, that has a price ceiling, especially in big cities, New York, LA, San Francisco, um, Houston, big towns, Chicago, big towns do that because the thing is, if you don't have a house and you need an apartment, if you're going to live, can you live in your car? Yeah, but how long can you do that? And a lot of people struggle, with that. So the thing is, so that these landlords won't take advantage of people, they set a cap, saying this is as much as you can set the rent as. All right. Um, Here's the problem though. Let's say rent is $200 a month. How many of you guys would move out of your parents' place to get your own place? Some of you guys have jobs. So you would, hey, you know what? I'm gone. And you would get your own place. But now it's not just for you, it's for everyone else. So what happens to that um, to those apartments? They're going to be sold out quick, and those landlords are not going to make money. So now it comes to the point where it's like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And a lot of these landlords would more than likely um, sell their what's it called? I'm sorry, um, sell their the complex as office spaces or for condominiums. Nowadays they even have the Airbnb. You know, so there's no incentives to rent out rooms if they don't make money off of it. Okay. Now, a price floor is the lowest legal price that can be paid for a good or service. Okay, so just the opposite of price ceiling. Now, minimum wage, as some of you guys know, it's the lowest legal wage that can be paid for workers. You know, to just meet the poverty line. Now, usually the price is above the equilibrium price. So you remember the graph that has the two supply and demand, that middle point, that's equilibrium. Remember that? These price floors are usually above it. And that gives an incentive for the producers, the sellers to sell more, to create more. Because now, if the equilibrium price is $4 and now the price floor is $6, they're making that $2 profit. So, of course, they're going to make more. But the thing is, you, the buyer, may not want to pay $6 for something that usually costs 4. So what you more likely do is either stop using that product or using a substitute. It's what we do, you know. It's us how we are as consumers. Okay. Um, Now, if you look at the chart, that's a graph of the minimum wage here in California. So you may want to pause it and take a look at it, or not. So it's up to you. All right, so here is your final question. Do you think that having a price maximum and a price minimum is a good thing or a bad thing? Why? Okay, so there's the writing prompt on the bottom. Go ahead, write it out, and then once you're finished with that, make sure your name is on the front and then turn it in to the basket, the black basket near the door. Okay, so again, this lesson was very short. Um, Hopefully, you learned something new, and see you guys in class later on. Okay, so you guys have a good day, take care, and be safe.